What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1980 movie Friday the 13th. I have reviewed this movie before and everything, but since today's actually Friday the 13th, I wanted to revisit this franchise and redo my reviews for them and stuff, since my old ones weren't in the best of quality and stuff. And I redid the Chucky movies last month and had a lot of fun revisiting them and reviewing them, so I thought I'd do the Friday the 13th movies next and everything. Plus, I've been waiting all year for a Friday the 13th day to do this and stuff, so happy Friday the 13th, everybody. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So this one's directed by Sean S. Cunningham and written by Victor Miller, and follows a group of teenage camp counselors who are murdered one by one by an unknown killer while attempting to reopen an abandoned summer camp with a dark past. And I really absolutely love this movie. It's been one of my favorites ever since I was a kid. It was one of the first slasher movies I ever saw. It wasn't the very first, like I said before. Child's Play was my first slasher movie, but this was one of the first ones that I ever saw as a kid, though, and I absolutely loved it. And when this movie came out and everything, it totally took me by surprise, like the ending and stuff, when we get that twist and find out that it's Pamela Voorhees is the killer and stuff. And when this movie came out, like, a lot of people didn't know who Jason was and stuff, so it didn't surprise them. But I had heard of Jason and stuff before I saw this movie and was expecting it to be Jason, and finding out that it was his mother just totally blew my mind when I saw it for the first time. But yeah, I love the characters in this movie. They're not very well written or developed or anything like that, but there's just something likable about them and everything. But especially Alice, I think she's a really great final girl, and Adrienne King just does a really excellent job playing her. She's really likable and has a very good personality and stuff. There's just something about her that I really like, and I've always liked Marcy too. Like, as a kid, when I saw this movie for the first time, I had a huge crush on her. I think she's just gorgeous, and Janine Taylor did a really great job playing her, and she gets a really brutal kill and stuff. Like, she's one that gets the axe in her head, and it's brutal. But it's a great kill, and Harry Crosby as Bill is pretty good too, and he's one of the more forgettable characters. Pretty much him and Ned are characters that I like them, but they're kind of there just to die and stuff. They don't have a lot of a personality except for wanting to get high and be horny all the time. But I like them enough, and I think Brenda is a okay character too, and she's the one that wants them to play strip Monopoly, and I liked her too. But none of these characters are like super memorable though. They're all just pretty much there to get killed. But I enjoy them enough, and I also liked Annie as well, the girl that is hitchhiking to Camp Crystal Lake and stuff, and gets picked up by Mrs. Voorhees and gets her neck slit. That was a really good kill too, and this movie has some of my favorite kills in the franchise. They're brutal, and Tom Savini's makeup effects is just absolutely amazing in this movie. Some of them are a little bit dated and stuff, especially that kill, Annie's kill. You can tell it's not like, it's kind of cheesy and stuff now, but I still love it and think that the makeup effects hold up pretty well though, and everything. And the acting, they're not the best actors in this movie, but they're fine. And you even got Kevin Bacon. I forgot to mention him. He kind of stands out because of how famous he's become since this movie came out. And he gets one of the best kills too, when she like sticks this arrowhead through his neck, and everything. It really brutal kill. But all the kills in this movie are really good, and I've always felt like the cinematography in this movie is really underrated too. Like the way it's shot and stuff, it just has that realistic feel to it and stuff. Like the cinematography at the camp and stuff is just absolutely perfect. It helps with the atmosphere of the movie. There's something eerie about the woods and stuff, but also they're really beautiful to look at. Like if you've ever been inside of wooded area like that, it looks cool, and I love the setting and stuff. And the atmosphere is really done well, and Harry Manfredini's score is awesome. I love his score in all of these movies, but especially this. This one stands out probably the most, but I love his score in all of the movies and everything. But I think he did a great job in this one, with the music in this one, and like how it kind of pays homage to Psycho and stuff like that. I love that, and it just really, this movie just totally entertains me every time. And Betsy Palmer as Pamela Voorhees, she just was perfect in the role and stuff. Like, she's really crazy and stuff. I've always loved her in this role and everything. She just does such a great job, and it's crazy that like she didn't really even like to do this movie. She only did it because she needed to get a new car and stuff. But it paid off though. She gave a really great performance. I know she didn't really understand the appeal of these movies and why people love them so much, but they were just a lot of fun, and this is a really great first entry and everything. And also Walt Gorney as Crazy Ralph. I loved him in this movie too. Like Crazy Ralph is one of those characters I really liked. I wish he would have been in more of the sequels. He's only in part 2 and gets killed off in that one, but I really like him and everything. Just something about him. He's weird and stuff, but I think by the end of the movie, Alice is wishing she would have listened to him. But yeah, I really like this movie quite a bit and everything, and it's really, really entertaining. It's not anything super special. We've seen slasher movies that have done this stuff too and everything. Like, and this movie was made as like to cash in on the success of Halloween and stuff, so it isn't really a fully original movie, but it's just one that I'm always entertained by every time I watch it and everything. It's been one of my favorites ever since I was 11 years old when I saw it for the very first time and everything. So I'd say I'd give the original Friday the 13th a 8 out of 10. It's a really fun movie and everything. It doesn't have the best written characters or anything like that, but you don't go to these movies for strong characters and stuff anyway. I mean, you get awesome characters in this franchise that you do care about and stuff, but this one don't really have that. But I still like the characters and love watching them die, if that makes sense and everything. But let me know in the comments what you think of Friday the 13th, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be continuing these redo reviews of the rest of the franchise over the next few days. I'm going to try to maybe at least have one out every day until I get done with them, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.